Hello, I am Jacob. I'm the host of the show. Thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing, and just being a part of what we do here. So, entering the football season, you never expect all kinds of things to go wrong in terms of injuries, sickness, or anything. Well, with COVID, especially this week, has been running rampant, as over 100 players have gotten COVID-19, including a few coaches like Sean Payton, who ended up getting COVID-19. The interim head coach was going to be their defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, in which Sean Payton said to Dennis Allen, "Do not call the game the way I would call it. Do it your way," which I think is a great deal of advice because we saw it happen where the Cowboys, when Mike McCarthy got COVID, when they had Dan Quinn go in, not the system was different, but the fact of he allowed Kellen Moore to do his thing. I'm just the interim head coach. My job, I'm just the defensive coordinator. Just let me do me, I'll let you do you, and we'll be okay. And that's what he did. The Cowboys scored more points in that game than they have in the entire win streak. Since they haven't, the game against Washington and the game against New York, which we will talk about, they haven't scored a whole lot of points. You just need to win. That's my whole point. Just win the game. Don't worry about how many points you score. Win the game. Let the chips fall where they may. And we will talk about the Saints versus the Bucks, but I think Dennis Allen did a pretty good job against the Super Bowl champions. With continuing to talk about the Bucks, with Giovanni Bernard out, dealing with an MCL injury and a hip injury, the Buccaneers decided to sign running back Kendrick Bourne to their practice squad. Bourne had been on their team last year, was released, is now brought back as a practice squad player, and boy, they need some insurance in that running back position, as it's been just going crazy over the last month with injuries to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jacksonville has decided to fire Urban Meyer after 13 games. Normally, the Khan family do not fire coaches in the season. Normally. He was the exception, though. There was too many things going on, too many incidences, too many reports coming out that how he was treating his coaches, how he was treating his players. The interview that you heard with Josh Lambo, where he said that he was not even being called his name, even though he had been in the league for a long time. He was just calling him kicker, and then when he missed a few of his field goals, he kicked him in the Urban Meyer kicked him in the hamstring. It doesn't make any sense, but it gets worse. After that, the fight with his coaches, basically saying, defend your resumes, I'm a winner, you guys are losers, which doesn't make any sense. You're the head coach of this struggling team. You brought us here, okay? You're not better than the rest of us. We've won either a Super Bowl or been to the playoffs. You've done nothing. You've been here like 20 minutes. You have not done anything yet. So the fact that you can go and say, I'm a winner and you guys are losers. If he taught a coaching class, I would strongly recommend you do not go, because that made no sense. And then it got worse. And then fighting with his players that had one of the veteran wide receivers walk out, that the other wide receivers had to go and say, no, come back, it's okay, he's alright, it's alright. And he comes back and he gets in an argument with Urban Meyer, which Urban Meyer completely downgrades to it's nothing, it wasn't important, which I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. And then the incident that happened in Cincinnati, the it's just on and on and on and on. It doesn't stop. The only way it would stop, and I truly believe this, the Khan family had to save face. And what do I mean by that? I mean they had to make a decision right then and there. Do we fire him or not? Because if we don't fire him, we're going under with him. And that's not a good situation to be in. They made their choice. They fired him. End of story. His replacement, as the interim head coach, will be Darrell Bevell, who was the interim head coach for the Detroit Lions a year ago. So he does have experience. I've been told that they're considering hiring Byron Leftwich, which I think is a great hire. But I wouldn't be surprised if Darrell Bevell starts to get some head coaching offers either. Because, not to say the teams that have been successful when he's the interim head coach, but he's gotten so much of it over the last 2 years, he could start getting some coaching opportunities. The Cowboys had designated Donovan Wilson to return from IR. Now, he's a strong safety. I think if anyone would have said to me last year, or entering this year, Donovan Wilson would have no interceptions, only 18 tackles, I'd be like, oh, well, 1-7 through the first 8. And that's not what happened. The Cowboys bringing in Javon Curse, bringing in Demonte Kesey, bringing in Malik Hooker was the smartest thing they've probably done in the last 15 years. Because you brought in guys, you brought in Kesey, who played for Dan Quinn, who's a good player, he's just coming off an Achilles injury. You brought in Malik Hooker, who's, when he's on the field, he's a good player, but he's been injured so many times. It's kind of a difficult situation, but he also had an Achilles injury. You bring in Javon Curse, who got cut by Detroit. That is not the best recipe to have. Yet, the Cowboys have had better safety play than anyone in the league. It makes no sense that you're paying these 3 guys less money than the entire league, and it's working. It's fantastic. So you gotta give the Cowboys props on that front, because now they actually have depth at safety. And when Donovan Wilson got hurt, they were not fazed by it. So it was a good move by the Cowboys to bring in people like Kesey, Hooker, and Curse. DeAndre Hopkins is out for the regular season. I should put regular season in this, with a torn MCL. The hope is that he'll be ready for the playoffs. They will need him, I think. I think A.J. Green, as great as A.J. Green is, it's been very difficult for him without D-Hop on the field. And Christian Kirk, if teams can figure out how to defend those guys, it's very difficult. And finally, the Packers have clinched the NFC North title for the 3rd straight year, after they beat Baltimore in a game where we will talk about it, of just why did John Harbaugh make his decision. But at this point, congratulations to the Packers, as they have clinched the NFC North for a 3rd consecutive year.